Hello, I'm Matt Bradley, Event Director of the Retail Technology Show, and this is 5 Minutes With, the bite-sized interview where we chat with some of the industry's most influential people. And today, I'm delighted to be joined by the Head of Decision Scientists for Currys, Robert Bates. Robert, welcome.
Welcome, Matt. Hi.
Good to have you on board. Right, well, look, as the name suggests, we don't have a huge amount of time, so I'm going to crack straight on. Question number one that we've received. As the head of decision scientists at Currys, what data insights around the customer journey has surprised or interested you the most?
I think surprise might be the wrong word, but I think for me it's the fact that the simple solutions can continue to deliver significant value. I think there's a lot of focus on trying to do major transformative pieces or really trying to exploit ML and AI. But sometimes it's just those simple things, little nuggets of insight which you can quickly implement, make our colleagues' lives easier, and actually give a better experience for the customer. Sometimes you really don't need to look that deep to find them.
How does that work with you? Do you have a sort of feedback system within the business then?
Well, it's something we're trying to put in place more of. If you think about how you can use machine learning is great for doing things like detailed demand forecasting, trying to spot those patterns. But you can also turn that on its head and say, how are we performing against those short-term forecasts? And start to use it to start to look at quick performance diagnostics. I think it's one of the things where ML and AI is really transforming retail. That speed to insight is becoming far quicker, and that speed to actions, we're basically taking an awful lot of steps out, and it just means we can get things right quicker.
Well, I suppose, and response times, as you say, is vital. And I wonder if leading on now to the next question, which is the influence of AI, is a huge topic amongst the retail industry, but what impact do you think that could have on the big data decisions of the future?
Well, as I mentioned, I think it's all about that speed, but it's translating us from the descriptive analytics in the past, looking back at what happened, trying to work out what caused it, to being far more prescriptive, of identifying problems as they're evolving and coming up with real solutions you can implement, knowing whether it's a pricing decision you've got to make, knowing the importance of stock. AI and ML, they can really support that. And what would take kind of like a week's work of work to look through, you can have on a dashboard in front of you on a morning saying, this is where you've got to investigate.
And are you seeing examples of this in Currys already?
We're seeing it through basically thinking about our customer lifetime value, of identifying those customers most at risk of churning. We're looking at in terms of basically stock outs and where our lost sales are higher. So it's allowing us to reprioritize where we put stock. And from a pricing perspective, it's also allowing us to be more efficient.
Okay, right. Good. Couple of fun questions now for you. If you could give a TED talk about anything, what would it be and why?
I think for me, it'd be the role of the translator within that data analytics space. Because whilst, again, you've got all of the ML and AI technologies, you still need that human intelligence, both knowing where to look, but also how to translate that into the stories to tell the business. Because ultimately, it's not those machines which are going to make the decisions. It's the humans. It's our colleagues. It's people who are working with the customers, working with the buying and merchandising teams. They make the decisions. And I think you need that new skill set to translate the insight from data, or even the questions into the data, and then actually translate it back into actions.
Okay, good. Definitely sound like you're an expert on that. Right, what fictional world or place would you love to visit?
I think it'd probably have to be Mario World, because there's just so much variety and creativity to explore. And I think the plus point is it make the children really jealous. So I'd definitely have bragging rights if I could go there.
Yeah, I'd be last though. We've got that game in this house, and I get ruined on it every time we play it. I just can't get a hang of it. So I don't think I'd do very well at Mario Land. Okay, at Retail Technology Show, you are joining a panel which includes the likes of Blue and Wild, the Co-op, and you're going to be discussing, how to unlock the value of data to drive real insights into your customers. But what else are you looking forward to at the show? I mean, I know you attend every year. What do you get out of it?
I think it's one part is actually having all of the technology in one place. So it's just so much easier to wander around and see what's new, see what's exciting coming up in the retail world. And the other thing I'd say is I do enjoy going to a lot of the other panels, because it's great to see those ideas forming and actually have people are bouncing thoughts off each other, and you start to see new things emerging in front of you. And that often leaves you with things where you go, okay, there's real stuff I can take away, there's stuff I want to try. And because I know people are doing, I know it's going to be achievable. So it helps with that as well.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see that others are sort of suffering the similar issues that you're facing within your own stores, isn't it?
It is, because I think whilst the data world has been around for a while, we all see those same problems. And it's trying to understand, well, where did people really push? What worked? But similarly, what didn't? So you know where to actually allocate the scarce resources you've got.
Robert, thank you. Fascinating insights into the complex world, or perhaps even a world that we made much easier around data. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your panel at the show. As you all know now, roads are very much all leading to the Retail Technology Show, 26th, 27th of April. You can still register for your golden ticket. Just hit the link on this post, and we will see you very, very soon. Robert, really appreciate your time. Thank you very, very much.
No problem. Great speaking to you, Matt. Cheers.